Looking back at it, why do you think that was? Like, what do you think was the biggest contributing factor in that?
Well, I mean, you got to give credit to those guys. Obviously, they were one of the, statistically one of the better defenses in the country. And, I know they hadn't played but 2 games, but, and they got really good players. They play fast. The 2 DNs were what we thought they were. They gave us trouble all night. And then, every time we had a little momentum there in the first half, we fumbled the ball away. So, you're never going to be good on offense. We aren't built right now to go score 40, 45 points. So, you turn the ball over 3 times in the first half, that's what you're going to get. And, I hated it for the kids. I thought the kids competed. I thought, it wasn't their fault. I thought they played hard. I got to do a better job as a coach getting them to understand some different things that we could have done better. And, ultimately that comes down to me.
Coach Helton said yesterday, you guys were repping guys at QB. He didn't really comment on a starter, but have you guys named a starter for Saturday at quarterback?
Yeah, I'm gonna let Coach Helton handle that one. I'll coach the room, I'll coach the guys, but that'd be a question for Coach. Whoever runs out there first, he'll be ready to play.
And I know you're gonna let him handle that, but in terms of practice this week, what have you seen from that group?
Well, today was a good day. I was the kids flew around. The thing, it's sometimes a football team, you get down a little bit. You hadn't had as much success as you want to have. You hadn't had as much success as you thought you were going to have. And, I've been really proud of our kids. They showed up today. They worked their tails off. They really flew around. They had great energy, had smiles on their face. They enjoyed playing the game. So, that part was positive. I thought with the quarterbacks, I thought we put some stuff in today that I thought they executed well. So, there's a lot of positives going into this week, and it started with their attitudes and effort. And, that's what you can control in life. And they really showed up ready to go today.
And, working with Piggy this week, where he is going back home, a Birmingham kid, have you seen anything different from him, or has he said anything about that to you?
No, we haven't had much of a conversation about it. Obviously I understand that. I know that, but when you decide to be a leader, when you decide to, whether you want to play quarterback, whether you want to be an offensive coordinator or head coach, whatever you do, being a leader, you've decided that you have to do what's best for everyone, not what's best for one. And we'll do what's best for the football team on Saturday.
And, for you personally, going back to UAB, I guess how much have you been back in that area since you played there and worked there, and what's it like for you going back?
Yeah, I spent 7 years in Birmingham. Met my wife there. UAB obviously holds a special place in my heart as far as my experiences there. But I've gotten back some, both recruiting wise. I've been out of the league for a couple of years. You know, the coaching profession's a small world, and I'm really close to a couple guys on their staff. Known Coach Clark for a long time. Really appreciate everything he's done for that place. So while I was out of the league, out at USC, I actually went to Birmingham a couple times and clinic with them and talked to them about some things. So, I have a close relationship. I've been back in Birmingham. My wife loves Birmingham, so she's got a lot of friends there too. So, we get back when we can, but Saturday's a business trip. We're going down there to try to win a football game.
Um, you know, we've talked about you guys running the football this year, and you haven't had a lot of success with some of the backs. I think they're averaging like 51.5 yards per game, your backs. I know part of that's with Piggy and the style that he brings to the table. But, and last year against UAB, you guys didn't have that many rushing yards. It was Ty's first game. Looking forward to this Saturday, what's it going to take to try to get more production from those guys?
Well, more opportunities. You look at where they are carry wise is a lot lower, and we're having to do some different things to give to try to give ourselves a chance to win a football game, and so give them a little bit more opportunities, let them get rolling. The thing about Gage was he got so many carries last year, he wore teams down, and there in the fourth quarter he was able to go do some things, and we just hadn't been able to do that so far. So giving those guys some opportunities to go make plays. And when it's their turn, they gotta deliver and they gotta go make plays. So mainly the opportunities part.
I know you talked a little bit about taking care of the football, and that's kind of was the MO for you guys last year is taking care of the football, let defense do their thing, and being able to win some of these closer games. You know, you guys were able to do that last year against them. Is there anything you can do to do better at that, or is it just actually going out and doing it?
Yeah, I mean, it's like I told the kids on Sunday, don't make playing a game of football harder than it is. At the end of the day, it comes down to execution and effort and want to, and it's, you want it more than they do. And yeah, we got to design the right plays. We got to give ourselves the best chance to be successful. But you got to go out there and at the end of the day, it's 11 on 11. I got to beat my guy a vast majority of the time than he beats me. And we're just not doing that right now. And again, that comes down to me.
And with this UAB defense, I guess what's the biggest thing that stands out to you about those guys?
So it's always the scheme, man. Coach Clark and Coach Reeves, they do a great job game to game. You know, you never know what you're going to get. Week in and week out is different. They are a game to game defense as far as they do what they think they need to do to beat you. It's not always hey, like Marshall last week, they line up and say, hey, this is who we are. This is if you get us, you get us. But we're going to play these couple defenses, and we're trying to say our guys are better than your guys. And then with UAB, they got really talented players as well, but they do a lot defensively. They do a lot schematically to say they're not going to give up anything easy. You may throw it over our head. You may beat us, just because you made a play, but we're not going to give you any easy thing. We're not going to give you hitches and now screens and smoke screens and those things where, they make you earn every yard you get. And, they got two DNs out on the edge that are 6'7", and they're every bit of it. And they disrupt the passing game. They rely on that front four to go stop the run and let the linebackers fly around. And, the corners are good. So we'll have our hands full again.